Hi, I'm Maggie from Personal Euphoria, and today I just want to go over the importance and significance of small movements. So whether you've been dealing with a lot of pain or chronic pain or an acute injury, you just got into an accident and something has happened, or whether you're traveling and you're stuck in a car or a truck or a bus or a plane, somewhere where you can't move a lot, no movement is too small to be beneficial as long as it doesn't hurt. So I think sometimes we think movements have to be big to be helpful, or that we don't want to take up so much space and move around. So options, whether you're trapped somewhere small, right, as you get somewhere, or you really are working with something that hurts, you can play with really small moves. So you could do very tiny head nods, like you're saying yes or no, right? If you slept on your neck wrong and it's stiff, rather than not move at all, play with, well, how far can I move it that it doesn't hurt? And once I get it there, what range do I have? And if you start to play with that as the day goes and as the day goes on and the next day, you will start to increase your range of motion. Again, just make sure what you're doing doesn't hurt, right? So don't push yourself to a point of pain and force yourself to move there. Play with whatever small movement you have, but keep finding that movement. It's the same with the shoulders, right? If something's going on with your shoulder, well, can I move one up or down? Can I circle them? What movement do I have if I bend in my ribs a little bit, right? And all that movement is small. Even if I were on a plane or in a car, as long as I'm not driving and it's safe, I could do a move like this and get a little movement in my spine so I'm not just sitting stagnated, right? And nothing has to be choreographed. You don't have to go, well, I'm supposed to do this. You could just kind of wiggle or move a little, making up the movement as you go. Last year I sprained my foot, and the first day it was so painful I could barely move it and I could put no weight on it. But as soon as I could, I would do even the most little movement, right? And play with that. That is how I built back up to getting movement without everything getting stiff. Because if we don't move, everything gets stiff and sort of tightens down on itself. So if you have pain, you play with whatever range of motion does not hurt. That might start really small, that's okay. If you're on a plane or you're traveling, and again, not driving, moving the foot, making circles, that helps with blood flow, right? So you want to keep moving. We tend, when we sit a long time, to have our legs and feet swell. So any movement you can have in that regard is helpful. Another good option that we tend to think, we know it's good for us, but we tend to sort of brush it off, is breathing. So when you are somewhere where you can't move a lot, or you're in pain and your movement is limited, you can do breath work, taking as deep a breath as you can. Now, if breathing is a struggle for you and you find yourself as a chest breather, cut yourself some slack. Just try your best to breathe without being stressed. Try not to worry about what you're doing, whether you're doing it right. Play with that breath. But breath can bring in a lot of movement. It works the muscles from our neck all the way through our waist, back, chest, and our pelvic floor. So every muscle of your trunk can get movement if you're taking a deep, full breath. So know that small moves are never too little, right? They can be helpful in all sorts of situations, and breath work can be helpful too. So play with that. If you would like more information, so if you're traveling and you'd like some workouts for small spaces and tips on doing exercises in a confined space, you could go to peepsinmotion.com. And if you have more questions about movement and pain, you can go to personaleuphoria.com, email me, or I have a book available on Amazon, Keep Moving, Take Steps to Relieve Pain and Improve Your Life. And until then, I hope you keep moving and have fun playing with the body.